All right, sparks, they were flying all over Capitol Hill today because while President Trump was meeting with House Republicans over on the Senate side, well, two of his top cabinet members, they were facing off with liberal Democrats. The Democrats, they got a beat down. First up, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Take a look.
You have shown through your words and your actions what the answer is. And I have to tell you directly and personally that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State. I yield back.
May I respond?
You may sit.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job, based on what I know.
Well, that's just a flippant statement, Mr. Secretary.
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
You may.
I didn't ask.
Senator,
question.
please let the Secretary have
I'd be
the floor.
happy to, but then I can respond to his.
Your time's up, Senator, and willfully used, I might add.
In the case of El Salvador, absolutely. Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with. And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear in the days to come.
Mr.
You're going to see who you went to defend.
Senator,
I'm sorry,
please,
Mr. Chairman.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor. You've had
Secretary
your time.
Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court of the United States because he hasn't done it under oath.
But the State Department had to change. I'm telling you, it was no longer at the center of American foreign policy. It had often been replaced by the National Security Council or by some other agency of government, when in fact we have these highly talented people, who many of whom have served in multiple posts around the world and have a holistic view of how foreign policy needs to be conducted, that were being edged out.
And then up next, Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. He got his chance. Here's that exchange.
You've presided here, I think, for 32 years. You presided over the destruction of the health of the American people.
Well,
Our people are now the sickest people in the world.
Seriously.
Because you have not done your job.
Seriously. That is an
What have you done about it? What have you done about the epidemic of chronic disease?
Mr. Secretary,
what have you done about the epidemic of chronic disease?
Wow. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin serves on the subcommittees that held both those hearings. Oh, you had a fun day. What have you done to bring health to America? Although I did like the line about, well, if you don't like me, and regret voting for me, I did a great job. You know, the guy you're having margaritas with, you really can't make up better lines. But it tells me one thing, Senator, that the people that work for President Trump are free to fight back. And that, to me, is refreshing. Your reaction?
Absolutely. And what's great is that Marco Rubio, first of all, if you spent much time with him, which I know you have, he's very witty and hilarious. And so if you're going to go after him, you've got to know that he's going to throw it right back at you, and he's factual about it. Now, what can they say about the State Department, right? The State Department's budget has doubled in the last 4 years. Literally, it was $41 billion. It's nearly $82 billion today. And is the country and the world safer because we invested in DEI? Because $73 million through that budget went directly to DEI stuff. And so if you're going to really try to defend what you spent your money on, you can't. That's why they were upset, because Marco Rubio and JFK are trying to truly cut spending, and that's what or RFK, I'm sorry, they're truly trying to cut spending, and they are going to do it. You just talk about HHS, where Bobby's trying to actually cut spending too. Their budget is $1.67 trillion. Now, that is more than the sixth largest country in the world. That's bigger than their entire budget, $1.67 trillion. And what have we got? An increase in the last 4 years by 38%, and we are no closer to solving any chronic diseases than we were 4 years ago. And this is what they're pushing back on. And the Democrats are truly losing their ever-loving mind over it and saying that we're making children sicker and that we're killing children around the world because we're cutting DEI funding. It's undefensible by the Democrats, and I'm glad to see RFK and Marco go right back at them and put them in their place.
Yeah, the party of championing men and women's sports, the party of open borders over the safety of Americans, the party that thinks it's a constitutional crisis to cut waste, fraud, and abuse to other countries, the party that won't stand for mothers that lost their children. I think they lost their way, Senator. I'll give you the last word.
They absolutely have. And the good thing is we've got a leader in President Trump that has truly put a cabinet in place that not only can deliver what the American people want, they can also defend themselves along the way. And this is why President Trump said he's putting a cast together that is going to make America great again.
All right. Senator, great to see you as always. Thank you for your time. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.